Hey everyone, welcome to the Karen's Kids Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
My boy Jose over here, and this is your host, Dino. Anyways, oh hi shit. Hey, so you were talking earlier about being a prize, right? You tell your girl you're a prize.
I do.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so basically, I just feel like I'm the prize.
Prize in a relationship, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, I feel like I'm, personally, I feel like I'm, I bring relationship, I got the money, I got the house, I got the cars, I got, you know what I'm saying? And
you do have all those things.
Well, sure. But not only that, I have charisma, I feel like I'm good looking and I'm tall.
And he's being very, he has enormous cock. He's not. That's the one what they call him, fire hose.
Okay, well, I don't know if that's true. It's not like I go around comparing it to anything. You know what I mean?
Listen, he said one time if he didn't have to wear pants, he wouldn't. If it wasn't like
is that what I said? Okay.
He says when he walks in a room, he leads in cock first.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh shit.
All right, so maybe let's not bump into this too much.
Did I bump into it?
Yeah, it's peeking out. It's peeking out. So anyways, yeah, so basically let's see. I feel like I should be right there.
There you go.
Yeah, I feel
like
is
mine, is it recording from here?
Yeah. It should be right there.
Sounds a lot better. Oh, yeah. I just got sexy.
Oh.
You hear that? Like that radio.
Got that smoky in your voice.
Yeah, fucking caller number 9. Go ahead, and you're saying. I'm sorry.
I just was saying that lots of times we men are kind of kicked as something of less value, and I feel like we are very valuable.
Are you're advocating for the male right here?
I am. I feel like everybody always, they blame us for everything, and I feel like that's not how it is, and not in every case. At least in my past relationship, I mean,
I'd say like men got the serial killing down lock.
Okay, sure.
I think
sexual assault
for sure. Yeah, right. Yeah. I've always wondered. Okay, So I know males can get raped, right? And I don't. Yes. Are they considering the rape like more of the manipulation, or is it like, can a woman get a guy's dick hard to have him fuck her, but she's raping him, right? Or is it like manipulation, like I'm an older woman, I'm gonna play with this like 16-year-old, 17-year-old, because he doesn't really know any better, so I can say the right things, do the right things, and get him to fuck me. Is that rape other than the side of age, other than like him being under the age? Because
yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? How does it actually work? Because if you're in a really scared or fucking weird position, there's been times where I'm trying to get laid and I can't get my dick hard, let alone be in a situation where I'm like something aggressive is being happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, no, I feel like you got to be in the right state of mind, right? Like for me, I would never be attracted to somebody that so I would never want to mix like violence with sex. So for me, that's not gonna work. You know what I mean?
That's a kink, though. Some people like that choking, that
I guess
spit on me.
It's not for me.
I could see you like you and your girl would have to sit down for a prayer right before you start.
No, we don't pray. So there's a lot of mentioning of God. Oh God, oh God, oh God. But there's like, not a lot of praying.
Can you grab my hand? Let's.
All right. Yeah. In Jesus' name.
All right. Now take those panties off.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I don't see how a woman can rape a man outside of holding him down and actually penetrating him with something.
Sodomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. So you hear of men getting raped? Is that what they're talking about? Like a woman shoves something up them?
No, well, I don't know. I've never had to deal with
You don't
that
hear of
type
that.
of
How many guys
circumstance.
do you? I've never even really. I guess. I mean, if you've seen it on TV, I guess internet or something. But like, I don't know any guy that can say he was
Well,
raped.
we know for a fact that men are more likely to be assaulted.
Do the assaulting.
Yeah,
Be the assaulter.
Yeah, there usually are, but not in every case. I mean, there's lots of times where in your relationship or in a relationship between a man and a woman, the woman ends up stabbing the male, and he just wants to get out of the house. You know what I mean?
You seen that movie with what was it called? Where the chick was manipulating Ben Affleck the whole time, and
No,
damn, what was it? She's Gone.
no.
I don't know. What it was.
I don't.
It was a one where she was a crazy bitch. It was good.
Yeah. Usually when it's a movie where like the woman is like the alpha, for me it's like shut it off. I don't like really
like
unreal
a
shit.
lead role.
No,
You
she
sexist son of a bitch.
she can be the lead, but it can't be where like she's beating the shit out of the guy. Like that's not realistic to me.
Right. What? Okay,
You know, like, all right, so for instance, the J-Lo movie, there was a J-Lo movie where the guy used to beat her up, and one day she started taking MMA
she directed
classes.
that movie.
Okay, well, I just don't feel like there would be a scenario where J-Lo could beat up that one guy in the movie.
Oh, I was thinking of Halle Berry. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that just won't happen.
She's not a good actress. She had that one dude. She did that one movie where it was all the chicks. I think they were like robbing. They were robbing something, and she was like a hustler. She had this like fucking New York accent. It was fucking brutal. She's hot though. I mean,
Yeah,
goddamn.
she's just a pretty face. She was a dancer, right? She started off with what was it, In Living Color?
It seems like she like became a teenager, hit about 28, and just she never aged past that.
Yeah, she's very pretty, for sure.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't think she has a sip.
John-
I don't think she sips any alcohol though. So you gotta have. There's almost that sacrifice.
she
It's
works
like,
out.
How beautiful do you want? How much do you want your youth?
Hey,
Because you got to give up a lot of vices.
you know they say brown don't break down.
Is that what it is? I was actually, me and my chick were just talking about, because she's like, oh, black don't crack. I was like, oh, well, I've heard that.
Yeah, it says like black don't crack, Asian don't raise.
Really? That's funny. I never heard Asian don't raisin. I don't know if that's racist or not, but that's kind of funny.
Sorry.
No, that's kind of funny.
Okay,
There's
and then
this
brown
one.
don't break down.
What's white then?
Well, you. Yeah.
See, but it always boils down to how much are you taking care of yourself? Are you like, are you eating right? How much are you drinking? Are you smoking cigarettes? I mean, I think no matter what race you are, if you do those kind of things where you're like smoking and drinking, that obviously ages you the worst.
Sure. I mean, that's one of the things that will age you aside from like your DNA, right? Because if your dad was born and he looked like a prune, eventually, you know what I mean? Like you know how there's that young dude in high school that's balding. Did you ever have that?
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, it really is. But I mean, it happened. So I can imagine that it can work for like skin tone, what would you call it? Elasticity?
Sure.
Yeah. So.
And probably the opposite's true, where you look young. What about those people, I don't know the disease called, where they look like babies but they're like grown adults and they're like,
yeah, what is that progeria?
I don't know,
something like that.
but it's crazy. I think these Russian dude, you know who I'm talking about? There's like this little Russian dude.
Yeah, he's all over the UFC.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did a little tour. He did some shit with the Barstool guys too.
Oh, okay.
You ever see those Sunday interviews with that one guy with long hair?
No, I don't watch Barstool.
Fucking hilarious, dude. This guy, he's good at awkwardness.
Okay.
And like his facial, he's just funny.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I've never watched anything Barstool.
Really?
No.
I like those guys.
Yeah, I know there's a couple of guys at work that wear their hats, but I've never.
They're very bro, It's like sports, dude. It's dude shit.
Yeah, that's part of the thing. I don't watch any sports.
Dude, shout out to Dave Portnoy though, man. He did the damn thing.
Oh yeah,
he made some money now. All of that shit paid off.
Yeah, for sure. He was in trouble for a little bit, but turned out to be bullshit.
Yeah.
A woman hating on a man.
Yeah, you were saying. So you were saying about the prize. Let's circle back to that. So you're saying that because you make the money.
Well, I mean, let's think about it like rationally. Let's look at exactly what happens in society and whatever the social construct is, right? So let's say you have a child and this child's a female, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like usually sons will stay with the parents because they're able to bring value to the family, right? They would stay in the home, they would bring a wife in, and they would help the dad work and build the empire. But your female, right? She gets walked down an aisle and given to another family. She's given away by the dad.
Okay. Did somebody make that up? Like,
sure, it's constructed by.
Somebody made that up, right? Like, sure. I'm giving my daughter away.
But let's think about like all our Mexican brothers out there. You know, their child, daughter,
all of becomes. Shout out to all of us Mexicans out there.
You're Greek.
I know.
Okay, and I'm Puerto Rican. So
I got a Mexican soul.
Okay,
that was
me too. But anyways, you think about it. It's like, so let's look at. You have a daughter who's turning 15, right? In the Mexican family, you have this party, and what is the party for? She's turning 15, but really, what exactly are you doing? For me, I look at it like, okay, they're parading the daughter around. They're saying, look, she's almost coming of age. Let's expose her to the world and show her to everybody out there for possible suitors when she is ready. This is what she's developing into, and she's getting to the stage where we might need to marry her off.
It is kind of like you're an adult now. It's like it's kind of like
it's a precursor, right?
It's really like you can have babies now. That's kind of like
that's
probably the root of it.
Yeah, I don't know how it got started, but I'm just thinking it's like, what exactly is that? But I just see it as something like, you know, I just feel like, look, you can be a female, and as a female, you can have your own job. You can have your own money. You can have your own house. But really, when it comes to comparing a man to a woman, and I'm not being sexist, I'm just looking at things as like the type of person that I am, which I'm a realist, so I see things in a certain way. I can take everything she has if I wanted to. If there was nothing holding me back, I could.
Talking about jungle rules.
Yeah, if we were down to like right during Genghis Khan, right? Those days. Barbarian.
Genghis?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I wasn't there. He didn't tell me.
Right. Maybe it was like the G silent.
Ingus.
Ingus Khan. You're saying another G in there somewhere.
So how would you say it?
I don't know. I was just fucking
Innis Khan?
Yeah, I don't know. My name was Ed.
That would be hilarious. Okay, how fucked up would it be if it was Jose?
This is a perfect fucking segue. Oh, wait. Did you want to finish your thought on something?
No.
Okay, perfect segue, because this is something I was thinking about in the car. About history. So, how much can you fucking trust what you've been told about your history? So, think about this. Forever, since recorded history, right, there's always been some country, some type of army taking over another place, right? Invading another place and taking it. Usually they fucking ruin all the history of that place so then they can rewrite it in the new glory of, like, you know, whatever.
Right.
How many times do you think that's happened over the history of man?
It's still happening now.
Exactly my point. So, what made me think about, so then I started thinking about 9/11, right? Yeah. What's in the history books is going to be in 100 years from now, what's written and what's like is going to be way different than what a lot of us think. Like, you know, how it was kind of, I don't know what your stance is on. We've never really talked about it, but how it's kind of just bullshit, right? Like there's fuckery going on, right? There was some kind of fuckery at some point. Yeah. So the way they write the history is they're going to say, no, Osama bin Laden, blah, 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 blah. So 1,000 years from now, they think 9/11, you know, what year was it? 2001, right? 2003? No, 2001.
Well, whenever it was.
Yeah, right. I'm not confused on the year. What an asshole. I can't even think on the spot right now. But
we'll never forget.
But 1,000 years.
I'm sorry if that's wrong.
Dude, with the news cycle, they're like, oh, you'll forget in about 2 weeks. We got it down to a science. We know how to flood your fucking sensory.
It's doing something. Give me 1 second. So it's the news cycle gets recycled all the time, and then they hide stuff.
No, so 1,000 years from now, right? We're gonna have a certain view of my point was is writing history down wrong. It's like, how much of it can you believe? Because I think people are always manipulating the history. So it's always written by the conquerors, right? It's always people who are at power at the time are rewriting it. So it's like, how much of it do we actually know? You know what I'm saying? Like how much how much of it is actually skewed? You know, where it's like we kind of have nuggets of truth, but you come down to find out it's like, okay, perfect examples like Christopher Columbus. At first, he was in the history books as like, oh, he discovered America, blah blah, right? And then you kind of find out, well, there's already people here, and then he stumbled on the Americas on accident. He was actually looking for blah blah blah. So then you know what I'm saying? So how much of it do you think is manipulated? It's like, I think to myself, it's like, I bet you we don't know really shit. Like we don't really know the truth. We definitely don't know how long humans have been around, right? I think we have ideas, and I think scientists are finding new shit, you know, every day. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all right. It's hard to know what exactly happened because we weren't there, right? But I mean, we can take different writers, different perspectives from different people who lived through that time. Maybe whatever has survived, different books, stories have survived, and we can make our own kind of assumption of what actually happened, right? But that's why we count on people like theologians and scientists and the people who actually dig in, detectives of history, to actually look into it and give us their best ideas of it. And then really it all comes down to like trusting them, or do they feel trust? Because, you know, I mean, I feel like we have our five senses, but we also have like a weird sixth sense or seventh sense or something.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Where we like use them all in a certain way. I don't know how it works. I'm just saying it's possible to be able to use some type of intuition and be like, you know what, something just doesn't sit right about that guy. Mm-hmm. Right. And you'd be like, well, should I trust him or not? And really the thing is like, you either have to trust him or not, because did we go to the moon? I don't know, but they say we did. So
right,
I guess we went to the moon.
So you started talking about like a sixth sense, and the other day I was watching it. I stumbled on one of the, you know how we were talking about mediums the other day?
Sure.
One of the podcasts.
Yeah.
So me and my chick were talking about mediums, and I started, so it was on, I think it's on Vice, something Lang. She was a news reporter. Anyways, we started watching about makeup and all this stuff, and then we got on to man, what the fuck was I just talking about, dude?
Mediums.
Oh, mediums, thank you. So
Dino just hit the huge. He's so high right now.
Yeah, right. Dude, I love and I hate when I do that. Anyways, so the lady, she's like, I want to. They were trying. You ask who you want to reach. Like, I want to reach my grandmother, right?
Okay.
So this lady starts like, and I'm so skeptical of those things. So I'm immediately talking shit before this lady starts, and then they'll show like this lady, and there's like a pew. There's like it's almost like a church gathering. There's like rows of people.
Okay. And
I figured they're just human algorithms, right? They'll be like, all right, if there's like a big energy, a big male figure. They just start saying these like just real generic things. Like I'm feeling like a big maybe tall like a staircase. They'll just start like, and they'll judge things. You'd be like, no. And some people like, if they shake their head no. Like I'm looking for like a really like somebody's grandmother, like someone's really close to your grandmother. It's like, yeah, a lot of fucking people are closer. You know, it's like They just start saying these fucking things, and it's so fucking funny. It's like I could see so through that, but there's people who really want to feel like
Sure,
I'm talking to grandma again. But I will say this, this guy, he lost his son, right? His son was in a car accident driving under the influence. He was actually, I don't know if it was drugs and alcohol, but it definitely was, he was under the influence. Dies, young kid. The dad grieving ever since, so he was like, I heard of this place, and he's like, I really basically like needs like closure,
Okay, yeah.
So he goes to this lady, and they grab his hands, and then the one thing she said that was really interesting that I was like, I don't know how she got to that, but she's like, I feel like a huge impact and then a huge lift. She's like, an impact and then a lift. Dude, he got into a car accident and flew 40 feet off the
Okay.
So it was like she nailed something super interesting. I was like, but right, you swing the bat enough times, you're gonna get a hit, right?
I just feel like I could have been a fight at one time. Oh yeah, I remember we had this fight and I felt guilty about it. Or we were fishing one time. You
connect your own dot. That's
Sure.
what it is. So that's what I'm saying. So I was talking. I was like, you know what those mediums really are? They're human algorithms, and what I mean by that is like, they'll start off by saying something, then they'll find the people where it's latching onto, and then they'll know how to keep breaking it down to more narrow it down to a fine, like, they'll say the right kind of thing, like, oh, you were really close to your grandmother and she kind of raised you like a mother because your mother, and they'll say something like, yes, she blah, blah, and then she'll know that type of person typically does X, Y, and Z as well. So let me pitch these things that I already know work with other people. And think about it. After you've done 100 readings, you've probably seen the range of people you're going to see, because whoever goes to those readings is already type of person.
Right.
It's not like me or you, where it's like, I don't think they're gonna be able to read. The people who would go to those things is already a type. So then, okay, they're vulnerable.
I could see that.
So then they get good at like they know how to like
just profile a person,
profile.
If you walk in and you look like a Skippy, you might be like, oh, he's probably a mama's boy or a grandma's boy or something like that. Or he's a thug. He may have lost a buddy, a brother, or maybe he had a falling out with his dad, and maybe they profile people this way.
With that guy, she's like, so that medium's like, the son says it's time for you to go on. You need to move on with your life. There's nothing you can do. I'm okay. And he's like, I needed to hear that. And I was like, how much? It's like, how much is that a spirit that she really felt that, or she just like, I know this motherfucker needs to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how good you are, right?
Right. But there's people who are like I said.
Would you ever go to a medium?
Okay, I think I would, and I think it'd be great to film it, because like, I will give the most. Okay, first off, I'm gonna lie about my birthday.
How much are you willing to pay to be lied to?
Well, that's the thing. I would never spend any kind of real money. What, $50? $60?
Do you think with $50 you'll be able to be satisfied?
I just want to know. I'm interested because I know the game. It's like, I'm not falling for the game. I'm trying to see, first off, can you tell me anything that would actually make sense to me?
Interesting.
Or it's not that I believe it. It's kind of, I want to see your game, and I kind of want to call you out on it.
Okay.
Like
you just want to point at them and go, aha.
In a sense.
Okay. Here's the way.
I'd be like, well, listen, my birthday's in August, but because they'll know you're a Leo, and
we should film it then.
I just said I would.
Yeah, let's do it.
We should.
Let's film it. Here's what I would do. I would go to a medium, but it would have to be like a really freaky one. I would probably.
That's a good idea.
I would pay for one that's let's say she's from an island somewhere. She used to be a man, but she's light skinned and tells me she's from Haiti. And she has purple hair, but I would like to just go see he, him, she, her.
Born in Austin. Texas.
Born in Austin, yeah, just to go see some type of freak show. I wouldn't go there to pay for her to tell me some truth about my family that I didn't know, or I'm looking for some type of ring or the deed to the house that I really need.
Well, that's what would be interesting. Is like I'm not looking for any answers. So when she tries to feed me shit, it's gonna be like, oh, I just want to learn the game. I'm just interested with people who try to manipulate other people for money. Not that I want to do that. I'm just interested with that mindset, especially like, you know, like when you get into the idea of like evangelical people, like those, like Joel Osteen types.
Right.
Do you have HBO?
I do not.
Oh, there's a great show called Righteous Gemstones, and it kind of like touches on that they're a family. It's like John Goodman, and it's a comedy, and Danny McBride's in it, and he's the son, and they got a mega church. It's fucking good. It's really good. Anyways, but the point is I'm intrigued with those people who are like, I don't know, who manipulate people. I don't know.
So you think that like the power of a medium can be compared or somehow put in the same category as like a mega church people?
I think, okay, now I think there can be in the same space, yes, because there's people, they are manipulating an idea for money. So those mega churches is taking the idea of religion and then like, let me glamorize it and bring this huge community, and I can profit hugely off it. And a medium's like, because like we talked about before, I don't think it's 0% of people who can really, I think there are some people who are maybe super in tuned that can, maybe it's an energy thing, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think it's 0%. Now I think there's a huge majority of these people that are making money on it that are just bullshit. Like I said, they just know the game.
Right.
It's like a magician. They just know their craft really good. There is a skill in that. Like you said, body language, reading people, profiling, all that.
Right.
But
I guess maybe.
So I think it's kind of in a, it's a different hustle, but I think it's they're cousins, like they're in the same family.
Yeah, I could see that because like, you know how when you're looking for drugs and you could kind of pick out the guy in the crowd to be like, oh, he would be a good person to ask. No. I feel like I could find him.
Oh, listen, you could find the dude for sure, but I think there's a dude next to him that could be bigger that's unassuming.
Well, all I'm saying is I can look into a crowd and I could be like, hey, I need some marijuana. So there, I'm going to start right there. And he's going to lead you, whether it's B to C, but that's where I'm going to start. And so maybe with mediums, this is what they do.
What do you mean?
Where they profile
bring you drugs?
No, they'll profile you.
Oh,
well, by drugs meaning that they're gonna lie to you and get you hooked. Maybe
there's a level of hypnosis going on there. So like, they go, okay, like hold my hands, take a deep breath, and then like it's like they know how to get you into a certain type of state of mind. And then they work from there. It's like, okay, I'm feeling bright energy, hallway, big,
bright energy.
It's like they just start saying like these things. Does that mean anything to you? Oh yeah, okay. I forgot a big thing that I started making fun of. So as I was watching it, I started trying to pick up on those things. I was like, big light, stairs. Does that mean anything? Because they all do that.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything to you? And that's them. I asked you a question. Is it working?
They're looking for a reaction.
Exactly. So okay, I'm thinking there's a strong, possibly quite a little overweight. Does that mean anything to you? Like, oh yeah, my uncle was really big. Oh, he's. And then they start breaking it down, like what will work, what words are going to work on you, and what words aren't. And then they can start flowing down. And then
yeah, but I just feel like if there isn't any science to it, it's like, how do you know exactly? And I get it that, I can kind of profile somebody because people who like drugs, you can tell what kind of drugs they like, right? sometimes.
What do you,
So if I see
me,
a lady with bad teeth on the street and she's kind of dirty and she's wearing kind of scantily clad clothes, I would think that she would suck my dick for $5. I'm not psychic, but I could make an assumption from what I see that it is possible.
do you really think she would do it for $5? Because that's a deal. That's a hell of a deal.
I'm just saying.
How does anyone say no? I think my mom would be like, well, fuck, $5.
Well, I'm just saying, man. I get it. I don't.
There's
listen, man.
You get for $5.
I don't know what the fucking going rate is. All right,
dude, you can't even get a foot long anymore for $5.
I don't know.
How do they make money on that? How does Subway give you a 12-inch fucking sub, meat, cheeses, whatever the fuck you want, plastic napkins, all that, and turn a profit on $5?
That is, I don't know, but do you remember watching the Tiger King?
They have the worst meat, anyways. No, okay, I've seen Tiger King, sure.
All right, so
Joe Exotic shouts, he's locked up. Free my man's.
Yeah. So what is real? Free the Tiger King.
That goddamn, what was the bitch's name?
I have no idea.
You didn't watch Tiger King?
Yes.
What's the lady's name?
Yes. Carol Baskin.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That goddamn Carol Baskin.
Well, here, I'll tell you this. You asked a question about how does Subway turn a profit. I don't know about Subway.
You don't know shit about
business. You did say that their meat is trash, which tells me in my mind, I'm thinking, if Joe Exotic, the way he was making pizza in his third-rate theme park with tigers, he was getting all the bad meat, bad flour, all the expired stuff from Walmart. No, he was using all the expired meat, all that stuff to make pizza, and then those products that he got for free from Walmart.
Are you sure?
Kroger Foods. Yeah, it's in the documentary. So I don't know how Subway gets their meat, but I imagine that if you're paying $5 for a foot-long sandwich, it might not be full of nutrients.
Okay, I was thinking about that as well. Take McDonald's, right? Okay. If I went to McDonald's drive-thru and I got a McDouble, it's 99 cents. Okay, with taxes, whatever, 107, 110, let's say. I get 2 burgers, 2 patties, a bun, onions, pickle, mustard, ketchup, plastic wrapper, 2-3 napkins in a plastic bag. $1.10. They could turn a profit on that. Now, I know that's not the typical order. Nobody just goes and gets one McDouble, but think about that. It's like you could do that, and it's like they still somehow make money on that. It's like, how fucking cheap, how real is that goddamn meat? I seen an interview one time. They had the CEO guy, and he was like, "Oh, it's 100% beef," and it's like, you're saying some legal loophole shit. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's no way that.
Yeah, I did hear something about. They said, like, I don't know if this is true, and I haven't fact checked it or anything like that. But I'm just saying they did say 100% beef, but that might be the name of the actual company that makes the beef.
Dude, for real,
like
it
half
could be
paper.
It could be like a legal. Yeah, I heard they're gonna go organic, McDonald's.
But what does that mean?
No, I was fucking around. They're not gonna go organic.
It's like all organic. What does that mean? You're gonna put more dirt in the burger?
Listen, the fries are fire. They really are. But it's
all right. Portillo's.
You think they got better fries than McDonald's?
Bro, I'm all about the crinkle fries.
Okay, what's your second favorite?
So this is gonna be like an off restaurant, but Checkers.
Checkers they had those crinkled seasoned fries. Yeah,
seasoned fries.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a seasoned fry guy.
So
myself.
The number 3, another obscure mention, Arby's.
With the curly fries, them bitches slap too.
Fuck.
For sure. Yeah, dude, you can't sleep on Wendy's fries. I like that they switched over to like a fresh cut or like a more of a natural cut fry. Okay. It's still, fried or whatever, but
Wendy's always good. I do like their burgers.
I haven't had it actually in a minute. Their spicy chicken sandwiches. I used to.
Hey, speaking of burgers, In-N-Out. Have you ever had that?
If I remember correctly, I believe Kanye West opened one in Orland Park, and it was an In-N-Out. So I have been to one. It closed down. It didn't. I don't think it lasted long. But me and my boy drove there. I don't know if it was an In-N-Out or if it was. What's the other one that's?
Jack in the Box.
No, the other burger place. It's always In-N-Out. And the other one in California.
I have no idea. I feel like it's Jack in the Box.
Nah, you fool. It's like
you know what we should do? We should fucking jump on a plane one day and go get In-N-Out. We'll go to Vegas.
We gotta go. I've never been to Vegas. I've technically been to Vegas twice, but I haven't.
You will get arrested. You will. I won't. You will.
I don't. For what? Everything. The shit that I do is not even illegal there.
Yeah, on the street it is. You could do it like. You can't even do it in hotels, really.
What?
You can't smoke. It has to be.
You gotta get a balcony. 100%.
Yeah, you could probably do it in a balcony.
100%.
Yeah.
And anyways, there's people like they can do the smoke alarms and.
I mean, I smoked it right on the strip as we were walking.
Yeah, for sure.
We smelled it everywhere.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. It's illegal over there. They probably don't even. I bet you could find smoking rooms. Maybe not.
Probably.
They probably don't. They probably won't allow that. That's a fucking insurance nightmare.
I don't know. To smoke. I wouldn't know.
Dude, they used to just let people smoke in restaurants back in the day. Isn't that fucking nutty?
Crazy.
Isn't it, dude, the smell of cigarettes? Ugh, what's worse than trying to enjoy your dinner and have fucking cigarettes? Remember, they used to have one part of the restaurant was smoking. You want smoking or not smoking?
In the same goddamn room.
That was like it was still in 2000s. I think 2001 or 2002, they put a kibosh to smoking indoors. Remember, people were huffing and puffing about it.
Yeah.
Some bars still do it though. I know places they can smoke. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been to one.
Those are always the fucking, those fucking.
But you do stink.
Oh, it's disgusting.
If you smoke cigarettes, you stink.
Isn't it a turnoff?
It is totally.
I can never.
Can you imagine a hot chick and then she's fucking smokes?
They're out there.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I
kissing. I don't care how hot you are. I might fuck you. We're gonna fuck, but I can never continuously kiss you if you had that fucking cigarette breath. I would talk shit immediately. So, first time I meet you, like, oh, you gotta put a piece of gum in that fucking thing.
Let's see. How hot would she be for you to have to kiss her?
Listen, what if she could smoke cigarette out of her butt and blow it in your mouth? Would you inhale that?
No.
That's what people.
No, immediately no. Bro, that is the worst idea you've ever had.
No, they could do that.
No,
that's a thing.
Wait, hold on.
They could suck a cigarette in their butt, suck it up. There's people who can make themselves fart. They could suck an air through their butthole.
Okay, so you're telling me that there are people or a person on the planet that will put
I bet you
a cigarette in their ass.
I bet you it's on YouTube.
Huff it into their body and then expel it out of their mouth.
No, I meant to fart it back out. I don't know. I wonder if they could blow it out their mouth. I feel like that's been done before.
I don't think it can be done. I just don't think that can be done.
It's just the physics, right? That's just physics. I mean, the anatomy just won't.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, we are shaped like a donut, right? We're open here, and then it's an open hole all the way it gets to our ass.
How good are donuts?
They suck.
Favorite donut place?
Dunkin' Donuts. I'm simple.
Oh my god,
Boston cream.
Most of those Dunkin' Donuts don't even fucking bake their own shit.
Not anymore.
They're fucking disgusting.
Losers.
Oh my god, man.
Fucking hate donuts.
No, their donuts. Listen, the best version of Dunkin' Donuts, they're not that bad. You can get a good donut, like if you catch the right time, the right place. I've had some good experiences at Dunkin', and not even that long ago.
Okay.
But that's a very like generic. That's
what
like
would your favorite donut spot be?
hands down, Do Right. Shouts out to Do Right. Listen, if you
Do
ever
Right.
want
Where are they at?
There's a few of them.
Oh, we should go get donuts today.
If they're probably closed, dude. It's 9 o'clock.
What?
It's my mom's birthday though.
Who the fuck closes this early? No one eats donuts after 9.
I'm trying to open, dude. I'm telling you, it's a low key dream of mine to open up a fucking donut shop in Berwyn.
You would be that guy,
dude. I'm telling you, a really like good donut spot. You know, kind of like a, I don't know, like a Stan's is good, but like that kind of Do Right. I don't give a fuck if it was a Do Right. I would like to franchise one. I literally looked online to how to franchise a Do Right place because I wondered how much. It can't be.
Have you ever made a donut?
No.
Maybe you should first make a donut. How do you know you're even good at making donuts?
Well, God.
You're good at eating donuts, but how do you know you would even fucking
good at eating donuts? But I would be good. I could figure it out. I'm not. I know how to cook.
I don't know.
I could figure it out how to. I'm not starting from zero. I think if there's a good recipe, but you know what? There was an interesting documentary called
Chasing Donuts.
No, Donut King.
Okay. No,
I'm not playing.
No,
listen, bro, it's a good one.
Is Carol Baskin in this?
Quit. No, for real. Let's get back to reality. No,
yeah, that's what I'm asking.
No, it's called Donut King. It's about this guy who came from Cambodia. So I guess in the 80s there was a big migration from Cambodia to over here. They were going through
what state? California? Here,
California. So most of the donut shops
Asian owned
are Cambodian owned.
Okay, I know they're Asian owned. I saw a bunch of Asian owned donut places.
Cambodia's Asia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're right. And it really started with this one guy, and he got his donut. I don't know what the name of the place was, but he got really famous. He was the first started franchise donut places.
Interesting.
So he was bringing families from Cambodia, sponsoring them, and then giving them a restaurant, or I don't know if he made them work for them, and then they saved enough money and then he taught them the business so they could start their own place. And he was killing it.
So you're telling me, so he came to America, got a job at
as a
bakery.
Yeah, he learned it. So he saved up his own little money, and then he opened up his first place.
Okay.
Did well enough to where he opened up a few of them, and then he was making like $200,000 a month. Right,
from making donuts,
from all his donuts and all the franchise, he was killing it.
Wow.
And he ended up, there was that crazy story where he ended up started gambling. He had a gambling problem.
Okay.
So then he was asking some of the franchise people, he's like, "Hey, I need to borrow $50,000," and they're like, "Oh." And at first they all gave it to him gladly.
Wait, he worked for them and then he asked for money from them?
So I'm gonna jump around a little bit.
Okay.
He was very successful. Then he picked up a gambling habit. Okay, so as he started dwindling his own money, then he started borrowing money or getting money from people. Like some of the people he helped out, he was going to them like, "Hey, can I borrow $40,000? If I don't pay you back at X amount, whatever at whatever date, I'll give you one of my donut shops as collateral." So it was like, they weren't going to lose. Yeah. So it was like they're getting something out of it. And so he started losing all his fucking places like that. He lost all his wealth and all his shit due to gambling. And
Whoa.
But it all started with donuts. Anyways, he learned how to make donuts and grew to something. Anyways, Berwyn, all that to say, Berwyn needs a fucking donut place. All it has is fucking bullshit Dunkin' around here. I think even a Do Right would kill it here. But if they don't, if I couldn't get a Do Right here, I would like to make my own place. That's like a low key little dream. That's like something that's like in my distant future.
So, okay, cool.
I don't know how we got there because you got to change the goddamn battery. You lost. It's your fault why the flow got fucked up.
I don't know if it is or not, but anyways, so all right. So today, I was at my buddy's place. He owns a tin knocker shop. Stainless steel guy.
Okay.
And so,
what's a tin knocker?
So basically, he works with steel, tin,
Okay.
builds shit.
I thought he just went around
Restaurant
just
stuff.
knocking on and got paid for it.
He's like,
Yeah, it's
this is
solid.
tin.
This is fucking
This is
great.
fucking tin.
Yep,
All right.
that's 10. Okay, now.
So anyway, so we were talking, and he builds all these equipment for restaurants, and I was like, hey man, and I got the idea because a paletero went by, and paleteros are like, you know what they are, right?
Nope.
So paletero is a ice cream salesman.
Oh yeah.
But what they do, yeah, they have like bells on the handle of a square cart with wheels on it. They are entrepreneurs. They kind of walk around and they sell these Mexican-made popsicles.
And maybe a little drugs.
And possibly, if they are the type of entrepreneur that sells narcotics, then he would have narcotics. But in any case, so I was like, why can't we be, as people, more creative and do that with other things? And I was like, would you make me a cart so I can sell baked potatoes? Okay. Where I would just bake them at home, shove them in this box where they're going to stay warm, and then I would have all the condiments on the side, and I wouldn't have to cook anything. I would just walk by with my little square cart with wheels, and instead of that bell jingle that they have, I would have some type of horn that would represent more the potato. I don't know, like a foghorn.
That one?
Maybe. Maybe that's the cockroach, la cucaracha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and then I would walk around with my cart and do. So
you want to do a
burger?
You want to do? No, you said baked potato, right?
And it would be just a baked potato. They'd be like, "Give me one baked potato." I would reach in there, grab a baked potato.
What kind of potato? Are we talking russet?
It would have to be a russet. It would have to be a russet potato. Because they have a rugged name and they would stay warm longer.
I think it's about the sheer size, though. You got to get like one of those hefty ones like you get at Six Flags. Like those fucking ones are like 3 pounds.
Are they organic? Because
I'm sure they were.
I'm only going to sell organic potatoes.
Where are you going to grow them at?
In my yard. Why not?
Dude, you could literally probably grow like 12.
I think Berwyn needs a potato cart.
Nah, why not a hot dog place? Like a hot dog cart.
I don't know. Hot dogs are played out. They've been around since the Depression.
Have you ever had a hot dog from Home Depot?
No.
Neither have I, but they smell fire. So they do smell really good when you walk in.
I know what you're saying.
Hole.
I know what you're saying. You mean like right like immediately outside the door there.
Who figured that out? Who started that thing?
I think they all closed.
No, the one in my house.
But have you ever been like that guy that's like, oh my God, I need that hot dog from Home Depot, and you look for a reason to go to Home Depot to buy some screws just to get a hot dog?
I'm sure there's people who've done that.
I'm sure there are too, because people are fucking weird.
There's some fat fucks out there. No, I seen every time I'm leaving, there's almost somebody always buying something. Like there's always one. There's never a line. It's always like one person at the window buying something.
Is this the one in
Broadview?
Broadview, that's the one.
It does smell good though, undeniably.
Because over by me, the hot dog place didn't make it. I bet if they sold fucking tacos,
I bet you if they fucking had a little crack rock in their hot dog, they'd be selling shit. The super hot dog, they call it super dogs.
Crack rock in a fucking hot. That doesn't
even.
Have you
ever done crack?
Never.
Would you?
No. I wouldn't do cocaine.
Really?
Nope.
Why are you so scared?
It's not that I'm scared. Is I seen what it can do.
Because when you look at that mirror, you know Jesus is watching you.
Because like, Jesus is watching me. I think he made cocaine.
I think he's the one who brought it.
I think he made cocaine.
They call him Jesus.
Jesus says we should be Snow White.
Ace.
Free of sin. I think that just means pure cocaine.
Somebody figured that out. Okay, you know what I was thinking about?
Okay.
Think about people who sing, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think the first person was to sing? To like, what human figured out like I can?
I love that you're bringing this all the way back around. Oh God, oh God, oh
yeah.
God! It started with sex.
Oh, you think they were singing during sex?
I think.
No, I think
I've heard.
If anything, they're singing
someone
to get
almost
the sex.
Sound like they were singing.
If anything, they'd be singing to get the sex.
Oh, Well, and it sounded something like a vocalization of some type of.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, at first we figured language out. People started talking, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody started, like, I'm sure it started with, like, grunts, like, you know?
Okay, here's my question. Was it happy or sad?
Happy. I like to think it was happy. My instincts say it was, like, a happy energy that brought out song versus, like...
Yeah, I think I would have to agree. It was like, because you sing for contentment, right? I think it was so miserable for that person that they were like,
or they killed that fucking buffalo and they're fucking pumped because they're about to have a big ass feast.
Yeah,
and that dude's looking like a, you know, whoever brings that fucking big ass animal home, he's the celebrity. Like, that's the original celebrities who's bringing that fucking meat home.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I agree. You think he sang? You think he was?
I think he just said, "Hey, when I want to fuck, I get the fuck. I literally, you're alive because of me."
Oh, do you think where that came? That's where that was born when they say, "I got the meat." You want some of this meat?
Nah. What do you mean? I got the meat, like the Arby's commercial, bro?
I might need a little more practice in my sexual talk.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you want the meat?
Yeah. Yeah, girl. You want this meat? I don't know funny what. Yeah, it isn't it kind of funny?
God.
Man, you know what's funny? I've watched porn before.
You have?
Dun dun dun. No.
Dino watches porn. Holy shit!
Right? No. And so.
I don't watch porn.
So as soon as
do you believe me?
No, hell no.
Okay, I haven't watched porn in a very, very long time.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it like?
Years.
You're trying to resensitize yourself because you felt desensitized from.
Or
your expectations of women starting to go through the roof. You're like,
don't forget your thought, but I am gonna say no. So it went from, I guess it was. So I went from like watching one thing, and then it
always escalates.
It went to something else, and then it went to something else, and then when I started,
and then it was like group midgets. It's like it got way off.
I was like,
real.
I was like, what are you doing? Dude, I'm out.
You're like,
and I was out.
It started off with sensual making out, and then it ended up with pegging. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah, something like that.
What was I saying before that? Before you interrupted me so rudely,
that you don't watch porn, but you do watch porn.
No. So there's certain times where I'm watching porn, and then whenever I nut, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then I'll hear and then her moaning is funny to me. It turns from like, it goes from being like, okay, what I say, and then it sounds absurdly funny as soon as I nut.
To fun. So for me, it goes from sexual. It has gone from sexual to guilt.
Oh, like you're like, so, wait, you think that all the women you think of them as victimized or something like that?
No, I feel like they're being played, but not in the victim because they put themselves in there.
Yeah, I think it's.
But I do feel like they're being played.
I think those chicks are like looking for their value. Listen, there's some bitches who make some fucking money,
Sure.
And now I think the game's changed because now porn is a lot more like, especially since the cell phone. Let's figure like.
You think it's more accepted?
It's way more accepted now.
So
like
I have questions.
Okay, I think now that it's like a lot more accepted, and now there's really hot, like beautiful bitches on fucking porn.
Would you ever take a porn girl serious and then marry her?
I don't know, man. It'd have to be
your
like
wife getting plowed on TV, being watched by millions.
Oh god, especially he's way more hung than you, and you have all those insecurities.
This
like
big, strong black dude that looks like fucking an Adonis.
What if it was like too black, just gorilla fucking the shit out of her with the fucking hammer, and you're just sitting there like, oh my. You know,
okay, I will say I will fuck her, but I will never take her seriously enough to marry her.
That's what I'm gonna say. It'd have to be like on. I don't know. I think I think it's impossible. No,
for me it is.
Yeah, no. For me it would be too. I think so. I think it would.
I don't think I could ever love her.
You're right. Could I date and fuck around with? Yeah. Right. And then you're like you're right. Because then I personally, my ego.
At what point would you?
Fragile.
So my another question is: at what point would you cut it off? Like, how long does it take you to fall in love, you think? If you were to put a number to it.
That's interesting. Fall in love, that's a whole separate thing. But how long would okay, back in my single days, I was on a good, like, or back on my, like, I should say when I was, like, dating a lot. I was finding a chick, and I think it'd be, like, around a month.
A month?
A month, I'd keep them around or less.
You would fall in love in 1 month?
Oh, not fall in love. No. You said how long would I keep them around? I said fall. I said falling in love is a whole separate question. I think that's person to person basis. There's no real number, but I say
it's not a fucking month.
Nah, I would say I think 5 months, 6 months is right around the time where it's like it always depends how much time you spend. If it's like if you're spending
I see. It's like compounds, like an investment.
Right, because you could meet somebody in 3 months. Let's just say, like, okay, when I met my chick, right when I met her, it was a slow time for Asher. So I was like sitting. So for like I think 2-3 weeks, we spent like an absurd amount of time, and I was like, "This is rare." I'm like, "Cherish this because it's not going to happen again."
Yeah.
And it never did actually.
Okay.
And so so I think it always depends on how much. So with the fall.
So all right. So you would have to end it before the 5 months with this porn girl
for sure.
But what if she's so hot and the sex is so good, you don't want to give it up?
Well,
and you stay that 6th month, and all of a sudden you're like, I need to marry this bitch.
No. Chances are it's gonna be like, 2 a.m. Are you up? And if you're down,
so you're gonna text her.
It would be.
That's how you can break up with her.
If it depends. You wouldn't text her. It would turn into like booty calls. That's all it would be.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a real relationship. Like
so I say this all the time, and that's one of the things I'm like, what a man has to offer is his strength, right? His ability to plant the seed, his home, right? Because men essentially build and then women sort of move in.
Mm-hmm.
And women offer this thing, and it's the reason why we value virginity, which it's very difficult to find, and there might not even be anybody out there anymore.
I'm a virgin, by the way.
Yeah.
I've been lying this whole time, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't believe you.
I know I say that every time I come. I'm like, it's my first time.
Wow. Okay.
Anyways.
All right, we're back on. So.
What were we saying?
No, you were saying.
What was I saying?
You were saying that
women shouldn't drive cars. What was it?
I did not say that.
Is that what it was?
Are you?
That's what you're saying.
We're trying to get
Jose's super. Every time the camera cuts, Jose starts going on these rants about how he hates women. He's such a woman hater.
I need to make sure this is fucking.
Just tell the truth and tell us how you really feel about something.
How do I really feel about it? No, I just you.
I feel like you've been hurt by.
You said
now you hate them all. Tell me more about it.
No. We've all been hurt by women. I don't hate women. But you said you think that women are going to rule the world.
Oh, I said they could. Yeah. I said like a really smart chick could probably rule the world.
Doubt it.
Man, tell me why. Tell me why you don't think a strong, smart, beautiful woman can't run the world.
Okay. Have you ever met a girl?
A lot of them.
Now, I want you to really think about this. Have you ever met a girl, a woman, a mom, a grandmother that knows exactly what she wants to eat when she's hungry?
Yeah, I have. They know what they want to eat. My chick's a perfect example.
She really quickly knows what she wants to eat.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Have you ever... Okay, well, that's good. Then maybe she might be able to rule the world.
We have back and forth sometimes, but we're pretty good at picking food. So, but she's, a unicorn. They're out there.
Okay. Well, I don't believe that they are.
Okay, but I think they hold pussy though. Guys do a lot of things for pussy.
Yeah.
A lot of guys do a lot of things for pussy. So there are some smart women who could fucking manipulate some shit.
No,
now,
they do.
You say they're too emotional. You bring that up a lot. So
no, not too emotional. They're emotional.
Okay.
Where men are more stoic.
Oh, stoic? Are you sure that's the word? They're not just more like decisive or like
Sure, we are.
I guess about some things.
I just think I think men and women are different. I think women have their qualities and I think men have their qualities. But as
are they different? Because there's kids nowadays that are trying to make the argument that men and women aren't different.
Well, but we should always look at people who matter, not idiots.
Right, that's so stupid. It's like, of course men and women are different. We're so different.
Very different.
We're both humans, but we're
they
very
bleed
different.
They bleed once a month.
Isn't that crazy?
Their hormones do this. You are so unprofessional.
No, dude, this is the most famous kid in Milwaukee. You guys, this is a big deal. I should be answering this. I wish I could bring a screen and be like, and then it shows right here. Because that's my boy Mauricio, and he's about to get honored tomorrow at the Milwaukee Bucks game. He's doing a big Antetokounmpo fucking mural that they did a big news report on.
Oh, very cool. Oh, he's the one we're gonna get on the podcast at some point.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Yeah, he's funny too. Oh, yeah, he's my boy.
Cool.
I should have answered it, but it's all good.
Well,
this isn't that important.
We'll call him back in a little bit.
And we'll be right back. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't remember what I was saying, but I just know that.
You're saying how much you hate women and they're not funny.
No. I don't hate women. I love women.
You can't watch. He said he couldn't watch movies with women in the lead role.
No, I cannot.
Son of a bitch.
I said I cannot watch a movie that is so fake that a woman can train for a few months and be able to kick the man's ass.
So you don't think Amanda Nunes can beat some dude's ass?
I think Amanda Nunes will fuck some dude up.
Can she fuck you up?
Now here's the deal.
Can she fuck you up?
No, I will beat the shit out of Amanda Nunes.
You know some jiu-jitsu. I forgot.
I will beat the shit out of.
Jose's actually in my phone as Jose Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, but so getting back to this, if you take Amanda, let's say Amanda Nunes trains for, I don't know how long she's been training, 15 years, 20 years, I don't know. You take the equivalent man, her weight, age, and same amount of days trained. Who's going to win that fight?
Yeah, same. Yeah, a guy versus girl in the same weight. Yeah, I mean,
it's just we're different. It doesn't mean one is better than the other. We are just different.
I personally think she's beating your ass.
Well,
I don't think you're.
I don't want Amanda Nunes.
What's she fighting? 155.
I love you, Amanda Nunes. I would never fight you.
No, you. Got
I'm 220 pounds.
Yeah, no, you fucking. All you gotta do is grab her.
Actually, 218.
You lost another 2 pounds?
No, I went from last time we met, I was 225. So now 218.
So 7 pounds.
7 pounds.
Attaboy. I love it. I love hearing that.
It's happening, people.
Yeah, I've been just, you know what? I haven't been having sweets every day. It's a win.
Oh, that's good.
I've been skipping some days. I'm like, I can't have sweets every day. I should cut it out. I need to cut it out completely. But
I got an idea how you could stop eating sweets.
Hey, let's go. I'm going to get hypnotized.
No.
Damn.
Well, in a sense, here's what we're going to do. We're going to buy a giant dildo.
Ooh.
Every time you put sugar in your mouth, we shove it up your ass.
God damn it. That's a Tuesday night.
Okay, well. All right, so let's figure something else out.
Do you think Amanda Nunes gets penetrated?
Yes. She's a female.
No, but she's the alpha.
Yeah, but all the good feeling parts
I know, she probably
need to be penetrated.
No, I don't know if those girls like being penetrated, or maybe it's still some kind of.
Yeah, but then how do you get the pleasure? I think the thing is they don't like a man, but they need the stimulation.
No. I think. Well, from all my
we would
lesbian,
have to
all my
ask
years of
Amanda
being a
Nunes.
lesbian brought me to the point where I know that one of them usually like the male role. There's sometimes there's two like really feminine lesbians that are whatever, but usually in the dynamic is one's kind of on the male side. That's why they got the studs, you know. They got the short hair, look like Justin Bieber and shit, you know, those kind of guys, girls, gals.
So one,
but
one
I don't think those
like,
girls they don't like getting penetrated. They might get their clit rubbed and ate out, but I don't think they ever get fucked with dildo. No, I think they fuck the other one with a dildo, if that's what they're into.
Well, I don't want to make anybody mad, but I think that's fake.
What, dildos? They are fake. They are fake penises.
No, I just think that if you use a dildo to be stimulated, then you're not really a lesbian. But I'm sorry. Oh, we're gonna get canceled right away.
No.
I don't know. Whatever you like. I'm sorry. I'm out.
So do you think that what makes you a lesbian is that you continuously will eat pussy?
No, I think what makes you a lesbian is that you don't like the male. You only like the female. But even that's changing, right? Because all that language is changing too.
Oops.
Yeah.
That was for the fans.
Yeah. So, anyways, now that we're being canceled and we haven't even gotten started, really. What are we doing today? You said we were going out?
We can.
Where are we going?
We can go. Oh, man. We can.
Is Pequod's open? I could go for a fucking slice.
I got pizza here.
Is it Pequod's?
It's good. No, you're going to finish it. I guess I'll warm more for you.
No. Is it Pequod's?
It's not Pequod's.
Is it open?
I don't know.
9:30.
Oh, you want to wrap this up?
I mean, we can, unless you want to keep going. Anything else you want to touch on? Anyways, so we are building a new studio.
Touch on some fucking booty.
Okay.
Have you ever felt a fake ass?
No. Like a fake, like what do you mean?
Like implants or like?
Oh, I thought you were thinking like a doll or something.
That's interesting. Would you ever fuck a doll? It's one of those things where I would try it. Not to cut you off, I asked you a question.
Yeah,
I'm answering.
I think that I could.
I think I could, but probably wouldn't tell anyone.
Why? What difference does it make?
Right, you're right.
What difference does it make?
Because if people
it's just a massage.
That guy's a fucking weirdo. He's fucking a pillow, basically.
No, it's like a glove.
No, you can get like silicone booties where it's like it looks like a chick's bent over.
Sure, but what do you make a plastic glove out of? Is it the same material?
The nasty fucks come inside them. Then you clean it.
Oh, maybe there's a button you press.
Nah. Dude, once they figure out like robots, they fuck you, it's over with.
So now a robot, can I design her however I want?
What if she has swap out features where it's like, I want her to be a Latina chick with long hair?
I would like to tell you why I would buy a robot.
Okay. Do you want a robot that's really crazy real where it's indistinguishable as a person?
Yes.
Or do you want a little bit of the fakeness so it doesn't trick you too much or fall in, because you might fall in love?
No, it has to be.
You ever seen Machina? What's the movie?
Yeah,
Mahina.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Machina.
Yeah. The guy fell in love with her and shit.
Yeah, no, she can't be like. She has to be so real that you know what the uncanny valley is?
Is that a term for a big vagina?
No, it's the term for the ability to be able to point fake things out.
Oh, I'm good at that in video. Oh,
yeah.
That's all our brains could do that.
Yeah,
detect something.
So
fake.
if it can somehow override that part of your brain, then I would be like, yes, I want a robot. Can I program it?
Yeah. What would you do? What would be like? What would be some of your command or like the things that are hardwired in the robot?
So
how much conversation would you allow?
How much conversation?
Yeah, like, is it more like when I want to talk to you, then it engages, or can it come up to you, ask you a bunch of questions?
I think it would be really cool if they could hook up the neural link that Elon is working with, and when I walk in the door, she scans me and she knows exactly what I want.
Interesting. So she'd have to read your mood. You'd have like a mood ring, and then
Yeah.
okay.
She would not only read my mood, but she would help me to develop the ideas that I have floating around in my head, but also calm all of my anxieties that I have, but also fulfill the things in my imagination that I want her to.
You're just asking. Come on, dude. You can't just.
It's a robot,
You can't just say, "Hey, I want a ribeye steak when I come. I'll be home today at 2:30, or I mean 7:30. You better have a ribeye on the. You can't just say it.
I can say that, but if we're imagining the future and I get to pick,
yeah, but like that's crazy talk.
No, I think that's the way to
voice
go.
Command, and then she just says, "Yes, Daddy."
No, we have that. It's Siri.
What would she call you?
Not Daddy. I think that's really.
I don't hate it,
but that's because you don't have a daughter.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
See, you don't have a daughter. Yeah, Daddy's kind of weird.
That I know of.
I mean, maybe.
No, but like, how much sexual things would you make it do?
Not much. Like 7 days a week.
Yeah, right. At the very least, blowjobs every day. I'd never jerk off again. No fucking way.
Why would I have a fucking robot? And she looks exactly how I designed her.
You would get bored of it though, just like anything. I think.
But see, here's the thing: it's a robot, right? So I peel the skin out and get a new skin.
Yeah,
but it's the
like
same
I said,
robot.
interchangeable parts. Kind of like women nowadays, how they swap their lips out and they swap their tits out and they swap their ass out. Some are even reconstructing their vaginas.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, women. When these robots come in and you live that promiscuous life and you want to be on OnlyFans and you want to be a sex symbol and the guys don't pay attention to you anymore and we have these robots and we're the prize,
Tell me,
you're in trouble.
Tell us a little bit more about why you hate women.
No, I don't hate women. I love women.
No, but you said they shouldn't drive cars though, something like that.
No. I think you should drive cars for sure. But all I'm saying is, in society today, where we are, we're lied to, right? And we're taught that women are the prize, but that is not true.
Are women funny?
They can be.
Who's funny to you? Is there any actresses?
Funny to me. They have to be fat.
Kristen Wiig to me she's funny.
Oh, she is funny.
Bridesmaids?
She's funny.
It was a funny fucking movie.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Nope.
And it's gonna sound a little sexist, but there wasn't too many like really good like female movies that I thought were funny. Bridesmaids was hilarious. All those chicks in there were hilarious.
I bought Audible. I got Audible.
Oh, good for you, man. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Finally got to expand that fucking little small brain.
Yeah.
No, it's good for you. It'll change your life, for real.
Yeah.
Have you gotten into anything yet?
One book. I bought one book.
I could probably I could send you something for free.
Yeah, so I got
What do you do, the monthly or the yearly?
Yeah, monthly. I get a credit every month.
If you think you're gonna have it for more than a year, just buy the year because you save a little bit of money.
Okay, I'll do that. But so if I buy the year, do I get all 12 credits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do.
All at once. Yep.
Yeah.
And listen, and I learned
a whole fucking year.
And I learned a hack before they changed it. Me and my chick, we figured out you could return the books. I had a library of all the books I listened to. Once I've listened to all of them more than 3 times.
Good.
And some of them, then I'm like, she's like, oh, you can exchange them. I exchanged all of them and got all new books.
No.
Yeah, and then after like several months of doing that,
show's over, folks.
Yeah, then they finally it doesn't work like that. I think it was like a glitch or something. But anyways, I think you can return maybe one book, but I was able to do like my whole library. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
Oh, and I kept the old books. It was weird. It still was in my library. It was like
interesting. So how long have you had Audible, and how many books are in your library?
Okay, I've had it for at least 3 to 4 years.
I have one book. It's called Spirituality for the Badass.
Damn, bro. You're blowing up like the fucking...
No, that's the camera focusing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know how many bucks I have.
Holy shit. Well, doesn't it say up there? 99 titles?
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
But a bitch ain't one. Peace!
All right. Bye, everybody.